Hi everyone, this is Anna Finch and welcome to my channel. So this is the 5th writing sprint, I think, for this month. Or for Camp NaNoWriMo. Okay, so we are pretty much done with week 1. Or, well, we've pretty much had a full week, nearly 2 weeks. Hopefully everyone's been able to get on track with their word count. I've mainly, like these past 3 days, new words, haven't written much, but I have done quite a bit of editing, so I'm on track with the word count, but only because of my editing, which is an issue because I need to finish my entire first draft this month, and I need to be able to get, because of my word goal is 60,000, basically by the 17th, I should actually have closer to 50,000 words, closer to like 40,000 words, because I won't be able to finish otherwise, because I will be so tired from work that I will most likely collapse, and or at best, draw out like 300 words. So I need to get the most words as I can in NaNoWriMo, which is difficult when you just don't feel like getting up or doing anything. Yeah. So word count wise, I'm on track. I'm a little bit ahead because of the editing. But otherwise, when it comes to new words, I am behind. Anyway. So, sorry, I'm just looking at my Discord for a bit. So we'll do a 20-minute sprint to start with. Because it'll take me that long to get my mind on track. I'll probably end up spending most of my time rereading what I've done rather than adding new words. Considering now I basically had the idea to put another chapter in, and I can't be bothered changing the numbers of the chapters, so I'm just going to put this other chapter as chapter A to B, or just keep it as like a separate scene, and I'll fix up the chapters later at the end once it's all done. So yeah, should be interesting. Okay, so 20 minutes to start with. I'll probably only end up doing the sprints for an hour. It really depends on how I feel. So yeah. All right, let's start now. All right, I'll just mute myself. Okay. All right. So give me a moment. Sorry. That was my mum and my brother are home and they're talking pretty loud. I mean, at least I can hear them. I don't know if it shows up on the video. Hope it doesn't. Okay, so I got 80 words this round, considering I spent most of the time rereading what I wrote and, well, fixing up the keywords for my YouTube videos. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with the 80 words. Yeah, I've actually got to put this on my Discord because I know I've mentioned my Discord a bit, but basically I'm part of the Melbourne NaNoWriMo Discord community. So we can set word goals on there for the day and update them. And I am updating them. Yeah, so hold on, just give me a moment. Okay. Alright, so I'm I'm currently in the scene where it's kind of like a turning point for her. This is pretty much the end of the first act, I think. Yeah, pretty much the end of the first act for Cass, my main female protagonist. The end of the first act for my male protagonist / antagonist was the previous chapter, where he makes a decision to break his curse no matter how much it will hurt the people around him. And this is the tipping point for Cass, where she finally realized what exactly she wants. Or well, she doesn't realize completely, but what she starts to realize, well, I know I can't stay stuck in the past because, in her mind, at least from her understanding, her human lover, because she's basically a character, basically Little Mermaid gone wrong. So what happens if the Little Mermaid was caught, right, and imprisoned and stopped from, and she was stopped from going to the surface ever again? She was released in the end of the first book, but her story was present. It was referenced a little bit throughout the first book, and that it was basically a warning for Mariah, the main character. Like, you need to be careful because this is a reality that could happen to you. Nearly did. Anyway, so Cass, or Cassie, Cassiopeia, she has been freed. She's got all this trauma to deal with. On top of the fact she has no clue what happened to her human lover, or the human that she fell in love with, the one that she rescued in a storm. She has no clue what happened to him. And because she's been in prison for basically 16 years, well, when I say in prison, I mean imprisoned in a marriage against her will. It's been about 16 years. She still looks 18, despite being thousands of years old. He should be in his 30s. So she's like, well, she's stuck between finding him and finding out what happened, or pretending that he's okay and trying to move on. So she's in a difficult sort of situation. This meaning is like the beginning of her understanding, well, I can want both things. I can want to know what happened to my first lover, but I can also move on. It's the beginning of that sort of development. So it should be interesting. It's just going to get darker. I reread the chapters and I'm like, holy shit. Some parts are depressing as hell. I mean, again, it's a point because the characters are depressed, among other things. But still, I'm just like, oh my god. So it's like, considering how light-hearted, despite some of the darker material and content in the first book, considering how light-hearted the first one is, this one's going to be a shock because I have no intention of making this a happy ending, or at least I'm definitely not intending a happily ever after. I have no intention of making it a good ending, a happy ending, in pretty much any way. It's going to end in heartbreak because I'm like, you know what? This is realistic. If in real life someone does something like what the male protagonist is going to do, you're going to be pissed and you're not going to want to be with them. So keeping it realistic, they might end up back together in the later book. I have no clue. But I don't intend for it to be a happily ever after scenario, which is kind of what I ended on. It's the first book, hinting a little bit at what could happen in the next one, but still a happy-ish ending. No intention for this to be a happy ending at all. Could end up like that when I get to the end, but I don't intend for it to be. Because these are two characters that are so emotionally damaged. Again, I don't know if that's the right word, but they are so emotionally damaged that one thing could just tip them over the edge. And I mean, technically speaking, the male protagonist is also the antagonist. He's also, technically speaking, a villain in the story. If there's anything, he's technically a villain. At least to her by the end. She doesn't know it until the end. Whereas he views himself as a good person who's just in a crappy situation, and he is in a terrible situation. And he's basically got a choice between doing something that he knows is morally wrong and freeing himself from the curse and hoping that she will give him the time of day to explain himself, which is terrible because he's like, well, if I do this, it's highly likely she's going to hate my guts, versus die and be damned for all of eternity. Two terrible situations. And he's just went for the least terrible out of the two. So, yeah, I'm going to explain that more in like a vlog because it's more interesting than that. But yeah, he's, technically speaking, not a hero. He is a protagonist in his own story, in his own plot. And he's also the antagonist because he's also going against something the other person wants. So it should be interesting. So people either hate the guy or feel sorry for him. Based on the way I'm writing this. Yeah, because Cassiopeia is the main narrative, or the main narrative voice. She has the most chapters. His chapters are spread throughout. Usually his chapters are like one for every 2 or 3 Cass has. So about a third, a bit more than a third of the book is his POV, maybe a bit more. So his POVs, I mean, they're interesting to write, but people will either hate him or love him, or hate him or feel sorry for him. It's kind of the two extremes. Maybe a little middle in between. I don't know. Okay. All right. I'm going to do another 20-minute writing sprint. Yeah. Let's see how we go. It's going to be pretty interesting. Considering I'm purposely writing the character in a way that's sympathetic, but also you can still be pissed off at him, and you will be pissed off at him especially when you see Cassiopeia's point of view. Yeah, I still don't know if it's YA. I'm pretty sure it's YA because, well, technically speaking, the male character, despite being older than what he appears, or physically, he's technically a teenager. He's actually no, he's not a teenager anymore. He's physically in his 20s. He's physically about 20. But the curse basically stopped his aging for most of the years. The curse pretty much stopped his aging, or rather, he was frozen. I think. I don't know. One of the two. I can't remember. All right. Okay, so let's do another writing sprint. Oh, yeah. I'll probably end up joining some other live writing sprints later today. I'll have to have a look. Do another 20 minutes. Basically, let's start now. All right. Hi. Hi, Judy Finch. Or Clutcher. Yeah. Oh my god. You're only half Australian. On your dad's side, you live in Canada. Oh, it's nice to meet you. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, I know I've got relatives in Canada, so who knows? Alright. Okay, just give me a moment. I'm just updating the NaNoWriMo website and my Discord. Okay, so I have got a total of 234 words this writing session. Probably only got that many words because it's pretty much all dialogue. Yeah, I can write faster with dialogue. The non-dialogue-y bits take forever because I can just bounce back and forth normally. How'd you go with the writing sprint? Okay. I'm gonna do one last writing sprint. So this is the third one. This is the last one I'm gonna do for this round. For this particular live stream because I need lunch. I haven't eaten anything today at all, so I need something to eat because otherwise I'm going to fall asleep on my keyboard. And I need to get 2,000 words in order to meet the daily word goal for NaNoWriMo because I'm crazy and my word goal for the month is 60,000 words. So, yeah, I've got to write 2,000 words every day in order to meet my word goal. I'm ahead now by about, how many words? By about 1,000-ish words. But it's because of my editing, not because of anything else. Okay. All right. So this is the last one. I will probably do... I'm going to do a 15-minute sprint for this one. Yeah. Hopefully you're able to get some words in. Yeah, so I'm only going to do one more sprint because I need food and caffeine. That's important. I need food and caffeine to stay awake because I need to get these words in. Actually, I need to at least double my total that I've got now. Because I will not be able to write much in the last 2 weeks of April because of work. Yeah, so I'll do a 15-minute sprint. In case you're interested, I do writing sprints at least for next week. I do writing sprints every Sunday, normally, at the same time. So 12 o'clock Australian time, which is about, depending on which area of Canada you're in, is about 10 o'clock. Yeah, about 10-ish. And I do writing sprints. Ontario. Is that... Okay. Ontario... Okay, so you're in the east then. Okay, so it's probably about, what, 8? Yeah. So it's probably, what, about 8-ish? 8, 9-ish your time? That's okay. Hey, it's still productive. Okay, so that would probably be about 8-ish. It's probably about 9-ish now, isn't it? So the writing sprints on Sunday would start about 8 o'clock your time then, I believe. Sorry, Oh, sorry. I got the time wrong. Sorry, it's about... Oh, it's 11 p.m. Sorry. Whoops. Okay, so it's 11 p.m. So it starts 10 p.m. your time then. On a Sunday. So I've got writing sprints on Wednesday and Friday, 10 a.m. my time, which would be 8 o'clock your time then. So yeah, Wednesday and Friday, if you would like a bit of an earlier sprint, I've got one on Wednesday, one on Friday as well this week. I'm really bad with time zones. Australia's got three time zones, I think. Yeah, I'm in the east. Yeah, I'm in Melbourne. Yeah, so I live in Melbourne, where the weather is always weird. Seriously, like an hour ago it was cloudy and raining, and now it's bright and sunny without any clouds. So Melbourne is weird when it comes to weather. Yeah, it's like, oh no, more like 4 time zones really in certain times of the year. Because your family's in Brisbane and the Gold Coast. Yeah, Brisbane and the Gold Coast, they have a different time zone. So they don't have daylight savings. So during the summer months, for like half the year, there are 4 time zones in Australia. Even though 4 states and a territory are all in the same time zone, technically speaking. One of them doesn't have daylight savings, which is Queensland. Oh, God. It's dark and nothing. Oh, yeah. It's is it... You're coming out of winter, aren't you? Yeah, you're coming out of winter going into spring. And it's late at night too. Jesus. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. 12 degrees. Jesus. That's freezing. Although it gets about that cold here. We're starting to go into winter. It's autumn. Doesn't look like autumn, but it is. It's actually colder. It's actually going to be about the same temperature today. It's currently that's 13 degrees today is our current max for today. So and then it'll go up to 20 and then down again. So today is basically the same temperature as what it is now in Ontario. But yeah, that 13 degrees is the max for today. Ohio is 25. Is that like the past few weeks or? Today. Okay. Well, at least it was a pretty good day for you then. 25. This week's about 14 to 19. Yeah, that's basically what the temperature is here this week. Considering last week there was like 3 days above 3 days that were like 30 degrees. 3 days in a row that were like 30 degrees and like 25s. Considering it's supposed to be autumn, it's like gone from the high, just dropped. We should have already been having these low temperatures for the past like month and a half. But it's only just started to get cold like this now. So Oh God. Welcome to the new person who's joined us. This is going to be the last writing sprint for today. It's only going to go for 15 minutes, but you're welcome to join us. I was there in the month of May. Yeah. Yeah, Brisbane, Gold Coast area, they pretty much have warm temperatures all year round. Particularly in the top end, in Cairns, even Brisbane, but usually in the top end, like pretty much the whole year is in the 25 to 30-ish range. I mean, in summer it's generally between 20 and 40, no, generally between 30 and 40 degrees and humid. But yeah, it's generally always warm in the top of Australia. Melbourne, it's basically Russian roulette. Whether we get hot, cold, rainy, sunny, it's Russian roulette, seriously. I bet you in like an hour, we're getting rain again. It's just all over the place. Yeah. Yeah. In January, oh my God, especially in the top part of Queensland, the average is about 35. But it can go up to 40 or more and humid. And considering in January is summer, also a lot of storms, floodings, and sometimes occasionally hurricanes, I think. Is it called hurricanes? You've applied for dual citizenship, so you'll be able to move there when you want, should you want to. That's good. Yeah. Good on you. That's good. It helps that, and with dual citizenship, you get access to the same things us Aussies get. So you'll have access to Medicare, as well as if you wanted to do other courses at university, or you can actually get discounts. They do Commonwealth supported places here. So basically you enroll, if you're a citizen, you, rather than paying say $12,000 for that course for that year, you'd probably pay about, or for that semester, right? You might end up paying $6,000 for the semester. Usually it's like, if the subject's about $8,000 full fee, generally speaking, the person will only pay about $2,000. So there's a massive discount as well, plus a whole bunch of other stuff that you get as well. That's pretty good. Yeah, if you're a citizen, if you're a citizen there and you're living there, doesn't matter if you've been living overseas. If you're a citizen, you should be able to get Commonwealth supported place. So when you enroll, you need to make sure you have your citizenship information, and you can basically enroll in the domestic one because you're living there. If you intend to, whether you intend to live there permanently or not, doesn't matter. If you're living there and you're a citizen, you have access to it. You should have access to it. Yeah. Yeah, so it depends on the course. So things like doctorates and stuff, regardless, it's full fee, but the difference between domestic and international is still big. But for things like bachelor degrees, masters, graduate diplomas, basically anything except a PhD, you can, if you're a citizen and you apply for the CSP courses, the Commonwealth supported place courses, you will get a cheaper price. Bachelor's in film and media and production. That's good. Yeah, the bachelor's and stuff. There's all Commonwealth supported places. Congrats. Toronto, is that on the other side of Canada? I teach humanities. I should know geography, but geography is my worst area. Oh, so is that further? Is that further down? That's probably further down from where you live. I'm terrible. Sorry. Oh my god. Jesus, 4 hours by car. Damn. Is there at least a train or something that can get you there? It's the capital of Ontario. Jesus. Hopefully the trains are quicker. Okay, 2 hours by train is not too bad. Because you can at least rest on the train and get stuff done in those 2 hours. Whereas if you're driving, well, you have to focus on the road. And 4 hours driving is a pain. I've driven 4 hours. My knee was stiff and in agony by the end. Hopefully it's not like here where you have to zigzag and take multiple trains. You can just take the one and go straight. Yeah. Well, good luck. I hope everything goes well with your bachelor's. You drove 5 hours to Toronto from a different city. Oh my god. Jesus. Well, good luck. And I hope everything goes well with your bachelor's degree. Yeah. Alright. Or if you decide to move down to Australia, well, take advantage of whatever things that are offered, particularly when it comes to education, because it's pretty good here. And if you can, get a scholarship if you ever do decide to do education here. Apply for a scholarship, it will help. Cool. That's cool. Yeah, just be aware that if you do use that Austrek thing, if you arrive to Australia as a Canadian student, you would be enrolled as an international student. Yeah, just be aware. But if you enroll while you're here, when you've got a residence here in Australia, then you would be a domestic student, particularly if you've got citizenship. That's probably why she wouldn't let you go through that. Oh. Do you plan on doing traditional publishing or self-publishing? In the future, or if you just want to just write because it's fun? Wow! That's awesome! It's awesome, yeah. Well, good luck. Hopefully you're able to get that traditional publishing deal. If you're into things, if you want to know how to write queries and stuff, Alexa Dunn is a traditionally published author on YouTube. She's gone through like how to write. I think she's talked about how to write queries, but also how to like market your book to traditional publishing. Oh, cool. That's cool then. That's cool. Well, good luck. Hope you're able to get that marketed. Hopefully, I can see that in bookstores. Um, all right. She's been trying to query books for a year. Okay. Has she been able to like find an agent? Because okay. How does that work? Oh, okay. Also to become like a traditional publishing house, basically. Yeah. Oh, cool. Yeah, if you do traditional publishing, it's better to get an agent to represent you because they know the law and how to get the best contracts. And they can tell you if you're being taken advantage of as well. That's cool. Well, good luck with her. Hopefully she's able to set it up. Okay. Well, good luck to her. I hope she's able to get her book in the hands of the publishers, and I hope she's able to set up her own publishing business. Yeah. Well, good luck to her, and good luck to you. I hope you get it. I hope you're able to get that publishing deal. Um, yep. Yes. Yeah. All right. So we'll do a 15-minute sprint, and that's it for today. All right. Let's start now. All right. I'll just mute myself. Hey. Hola. Okay. So I've got 249 words. I just needed to finish that sentence before I forgot. Yeah, so 249 words for this round. Because again, it's mostly dialogue. Basically just having the two characters fight verbally. So just putting it on the Nano website. Okay. Alright, so 249 words. Not bad. So I'm pretty happy with that. So far I've actually got 563 words for today so far. So I am a quarter of the way through, basically, my word goal. How'd you go? That's okay. Hey, it's okay. As long as it's productive for you, that's all that matters. As long as you're getting something done, that's what matters. Doesn't have to be words. Yeah. Okay. That was the last sprint. All right. I need to finish this chapter. This chapter's going on for way too long. And this chapter I'm writing is currently at like 5,000 words, and it's very long for a chapter. I need to end it. Anyway, okay. So it's so you're researching for the book. Hey, that's productive. That's what matters. You're still doing something for the book. Even then, even if it wasn't to do with the book, you're still doing something that you need to get done. So. Sorry. Got a massive pile of notes. Oh well, that's pretty much it. Yeah, so if you like, I do writing sprints the same time each Sunday, every Sunday, barring like changes in plans. Generally speaking, I'll be doing live writing sprints every Sunday, starting at 10 p.m. your time. And for this, why did my parents have to bring the dog in now? Sorry. Making sure you can book a flight in 30 seconds. Hey, it's still research. It's good. It's good you're able to find that out. Because, like, if you put something in a book and it's not, I mean, even in a fantasy book, if something is not realistically possible, then there's going to be issues. Yeah, so I had to find, like, for my book, right, I actually had to find a way for my character. Like, is a realistic, like, based on how I've talked about my villain, I'm like, oh my god, can they even do this? I had to restructure the ending so they can actually get. Holy shit. Alright, that's my dogs trying to kill each other. Well, hey, you found out what you needed to. Okay, well, I need lunch. That's pretty much it. Good luck with your book. Hopefully you're able to get that traditional published deal that you need. Yeah, so yeah, my dogs, they fight each other. Usually because Crowley basically agitates Brooke's leg because she's had an operation and she's technically she has a limp because like there was a disability. She was born with a disability, and just like poking at it will just set her off. Yeah, so it's usually why that, or he stole her food. She always goes for the neck every single time, or pulls him by the collar. Yeah. All right. Well, I'll see you next week. If you would like to join me, roughly at the same time. I've also got live streams Wednesday and Friday, Australian time. Yeah. Well, good luck with everything. Good luck with your college course, university course. Yeah. Stay safe. Okay.